let's make a painting and come on. And let's go. Let's put some water down here. Flip the page over. Put some water over on the top. There we go. Flip the page over again. Ooh, look at this. Let me center. Is that center? Oh, yes it is. I will just put a little bit more water on the edges. I know I can use tape. Man, I say that every time. You know, forget about it. I will not even mention that. Alright, let's go with the brown. So I'm gonna pour some brown here. For the sky, we're just gonna go with simple. Let's go with that. Almost dry brush. I don't want to stress it out too much, the painting, and we'll see what we can come up with it. The brush is completely dry. I will take just a tiny bit of water. A very simple on this side. Now for the sky, I'm just gonna clean it up, pretty much what I have here. I want a very neutral color. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do here, but you know, that's not a problem. Most of the time I don't know what I'm doing. We just go with the flow. And I know it sounds like a cliche, but it is what it is, man. We're just gonna do it. Now, I'm just gonna start, keep putting paint here. There you go. And here. Now, we gotta make a decision here what we want to do with this. So it can be, oh, this can be dark and this gonna be bright, or this gonna be dark and everything else is gonna be bright. And of course we're gonna go with a very more emotional, a lot of water and pure, one of my favorite colors from this sea blue black. All right, so we're gonna have this heavy cloud coming here. And of course, that's gonna be our main character. Remove some of the paint, grab some of the black paint, and try to mark where this, actually this cloud is. So we can have a nice drawing shadow. Okay, now once we have everything together, we're gonna take the multiple brush. And this brush is dry right now. What we're gonna try to do is make this dark stormy cloud friend with the rest of the painting. Now here this cloud is like pushing. Here on this side we're gonna start making it more like coming from somewhere. Give him some history. Make him buddy with the part of the whole thing. And you can see how we just pretty much blend it without destroying it. Just blend it. This is remind me of course I'm going to use a metaphor. It's like a life life tip. If you get a new job, for example, and you get there, fine, you know, you got the job and you're pretty happy with it. Don't try to reform yourself. Try to blend. So if you are this cloud, you try to blend with the rest of it, but still don't destroy yourself. Keep yourself. Keep the things you learn and keep the things your beliefs and all that stuff. So that's gonna help you a lot. Stay true to yourself. I hear a lot of people saying I sold myself and blah blah blah. You can do anything. You can do pretty much everything in this world your way. It doesn't have to be like particularly if you feel like you're cheap. I know one thing. People, I experienced that. When you start, for example, I come from the oil painting background, and then I switched to watercolor for the space reasons and also the chemicals. But anyway, and you feel like you cheat on yourself, and it's like I'm pretty sure you can make different analogies with different professions, but that's not the case, man. I can make the watercolors the way I'm making them, and you can do it your way. And of course, when you say that, it's easy to say it. Most of the time, your way is the worst way. You know, that's how it's work. When I say my way is the usually 80% of the time is the worst way to do it. Because in your mind, of course, is the best outcome. In reality, usually is the worst outcome for the car, for everything. You buy a car and you hoping for the best. Then you got to change the engine or something like this. But that doesn't mean anything. There's a problem. What are you gonna do? So it is what it is, and you keep fighting and keep pushing forward. So don't feel like you betrayed yourself just because you did something you don't want to do it in the first place. But that doesn't mean anything. You can do it your way. So there you go. I'm making a watercolor, and I'm using the watercolor as a like I'm using oil. So anyway, let's go with this this clouds here. A dry brush. See what we can do with it. You see, like here now, because I make the clouds very far away, it doesn't make sense to have the shadows here. So it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. When you make a mistake, just try to cover it, try to fix it, try to do something. Just do something. One of my professors used to say, and it doesn't matter what I did in a school and in a university, and but he always says, like, do something, make something. It's like, even if you're making something, he still will come and say, make something. Which always make a lot of sense, actually, when I think about it. Because you just gotta make stuff. By the way, here, this is nice. I got the background, the horizon, the midground, and the foreground. The foreground, obviously, the midground, obviously, but now we gotta make them friends. This one is connected with this one, so we have a light, very strong, and we use in the contrast, high contrast, so we can show up where's the midground and the foreground. Now, we're gonna make the midground transitioning to the horizon by simply putting a bunch of, it's a path, is a not a path, but some kind of texture, something to show up the multiple levels. Here is the thing, when you do stuff like this, you don't have to show it exactly. I don't have to show it everywhere, right? I mean, people who watching this, in general, people are not idiots. People are smart. Most people are smart. It's majority of the people, they know when they see this, they will recognize it. And I was like, oh, all right. So if it's like this here, obviously it's like this everywhere. So you don't have to show up. This is one of the things I still like realism, and you see me sometime I leaning down because my education was like this, realism. Well, realism, more like expressive realism. Well, not expression, but academic realism. Let's put it that way. But you don't have to show every single detail. People know. People are not stupid. People know exactly what a landscape look like, and when you move far away, they know exactly. Okay, so now this is fine, and of course I can call the day from here. The only thing I would love to do is put a little bit of grass on the foreground, and the reason for that is I want to break down a little bit. I want to break down the whole thing because I have a light, dark, dark the edge here and here, and then light here, and I want to put something a little bit darker here. I don't want to start with light and ended up with light. I want to start with light, ended up with dark. There we go. Also, in addition to that, there's going to be a very low texture here beside this bristle, but a very low texture. And on the foreground, we're going to put high texture grass. Snappy strokes. There we go. Now, of course, this is going to give us way new opportunity. If you want to go that direction, of course. Come on, jelly fingers. If you want to put more details, I can put like a red poppies here. I can put all kind of stuff, and it's very depend. Do you want the accent of the painting to be here or here? And in this case, I wanted to keep it here. If I wanted to make it here, I would just put a bunch of flowers, and we're gonna call it a day. But in that case, I will put it here. Let's put a couple of birds. I would love to have a couple of birds. And of course, when we say birds, we really mean, it's a Canadian geese. I see them a lot. They're not that tasty, but and there's the formation. And of course, there's a bunch of dots, but you see them, they're geese. There we go. Watercolor, abstract, landscape.